How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to 2A News Now. And as always here at 2A News Now, you're going to get your Second Amendment news. Straightforward and to the point with no BS added in. I hope everybody and their family are having a fantastic Easter Sunday. And after you guys listen to the information I'm going to give you, I'd like to know in the comments what you guys think this guy was going to do and where he was going to go. A Florida man was arrested on an Amtrack train, and authorities said he had a small arsenal of firearms and ammunition. A Florida man was indicted in Trenton, New Jersey, after he boarded an Amtrack train. And like I said, what authorities described as a small arsenal. The guy's name is Jeffrey O. Kennerk. He's 34 years old and he's from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We're just hearing about this now, but this happened on January 3rd. And they say in his baggage, and since he was caught in New Jersey, they say he was caught with assault weapons, large capacity ammunition magazines, handguns and silencers. And listen to this, he actually had a booby-trapped rifle that actually fired during his arrest. And according to the wonderful New Jersey Attorney General, Matthew Platkin, the defendant allegedly hauled a small arsenal of deadly weapons and ammunition through the busiest transit stations and on a train filled with passengers. He allegedly left a suitcase, including assorted weapons and ammunition, including the dreaded assault rifle, in the concourse of Newark Penn Station, where anyone could have been harmed by them, if not for the outstanding police work done in the matter. We can only imagine where the defendant and these weapons would have ended up. And like I mentioned in the starting of the video, that's what I want you guys to let me know in the comment section. What do you think this guy was intending on doing with all these weapons and ammunition? And where was he going? Somebody informed a New Jersey transit police officer that there was an unaccompanied black and white zebra print suitcase near the entrance to the Newark subway. When authorities opened the bag, they found a handgun that was loaded with an 18-round magazine. They also found an AR-style magazine fully loaded with .223 ammunition. And also inside there was a plastic bag that held 2 boxes of 9mm ammunition and 4 boxes of .223 ammunition. They also found in another compartment in that bag a loaded Zastava Arms AK-47 rifle and several loaded magazines. But even though there was boxes of .223 ammunition inside the bag and a loaded magazine with .223 ammunition, there was not a firearm inside the bag that went along with that. The suspect, Kennerk, briefly left his bag to purchase an Amtrak train ticket to Virginia. The plot starts thickening. Then he boarded the train in Newark, but law enforcement arrested him at the next stop in Trenton. And this guy had another bag in his possession. And no surprise, they found more guns and ammunition. And that's where they found the AR-15 style rifle that was broken down in 2 halves. And police also found what they call multiple caches of ammunition, multiple what they called extended magazines, as well as multiple handguns. And they also found another AR-style rifle. This time the magazine was loaded with 300 blackout ammunition. And this part of the story, after I tell you it, I just think was a police screw-up because it says allegedly in the story. They say the officer placed the muzzle of one of the rifles facing downward inside the luggage. And they say there were handkerchiefs inside the bag next to the rifle. And when the police officer tried to remove one of those handkerchiefs, they say the firearm discharged without the police officer engaging the trigger. So they were saying the gun was allegedly booby-trapped. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as well. Do you think somebody would booby-trap a firearm to where it would just fire off a single shot? I personally don't think so. I just think it was officer error. I'm pretty sure he just pulled that handkerchief and got caught on the trigger and the firearm went off. I don't think it was booby-trapped whatsoever. They say they also found 4 silencers. And they found 9mm and .22 long rifle hollow point ammunition. And here are the counts this guy Kennerk was indicted on. Possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose. 4 counts of an unlawful possession of a weapon. 3 counts of unlawful possession of an assault firearm. 1 count of aggravated assault. And 1 count of certain persons not to have weapons. He also was charged with other crimes, including 2 counts of unlawful possession of a large capacity ammunition magazine, and 1 count each of unlawful possession of hollow point ammunition, unlawful possession of a silencer, endangering another person, and causing or risking widespread injury or damage. So as you can see, they threw the book at this guy. So as I mentioned at the starting of the video, where do you think this guy was going with all these firearms and ammunition? They said they caught him on the train and stopped him in Trenton, New Jersey, headed towards Virginia. And here are my thoughts, but we don't know if any of this is true. Was he going after the president? And also let me know in the comment section, do you think he actually booby-trapped that rifle so it would just fire off one round? I personally don't think that he did. But to say the least, this is a very interesting story. And let me know if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen anybody really covering this. And as always, I appreciate everybody that supports the channel. You guys are always crushing it after watching each video by liking, sharing, and subscribing and hitting those post notifications, and I really do appreciate it. And I invite all of you to come back and watch my next video.